What a surprise this was. Starfox. I was actually in the middle of getting my haircuts when I got the Nintendo Today notification, and it was like, surprise direct in like, 5 minutes. And I'm like, it took me a while. I had to finish my haircut, and then I had to get home, shower, and then I was able to finally watch it. And I am just surprised am I that surprised? I'm surprised that this was so, sudden. They were like, okay, we're doing a direct right now. No prior discussion about it. They're just like, here it is. And I thought that's really fun because, as King Krista say all the time, what they want to do is surprise and delight. And this was definitely a surprise. And I mean, I was pretty delighted and was very excited to get home and watch it. And since then, I have indeed watched it. Now, we've been hearing about a, Starfox thing for a while now. Shortly before the Mario movie came out, a prominent leaker known as Nate the Hate told everybody that there was going to be a April announcement of a new Starfox game that is going to be a classic style, like 64, and was going to be very good looking and was going to focus on the characters and cutscenes and stuff. And so I did recently play Starfox 64, and I really enjoyed it. It was hard, for me. I don't think I've played, to my recollection, I don't think I've played any on-rail shooters like this before. And I had a lot of fun with it. It just felt so smooth to play, and I really loved, depending on how you complete the mission will change where you go on the course and reach Andros and on Venom. It was a lot of fun. I replayed it a bunch of times, did a bunch of different routes, and I really liked that formula. It was pretty short, but short fun. I love me a good short game as long as it's good content. If it's short and replayable, that's even big. I feel like Resident Evil is a good example of this. Those games can be played very quickly and have a lot of replay value to them. And I feel like a game like this is just rich with replay value. But enough about that. Let's get into the actual direct. So they started off talking about the Mario Galaxy movie and how Fox shows up in it. Very cool. I liked him in the movie. Probably my favorite part about that movie. Not a very good movie. So I didn't really care too much about that. But then they finally showed off the game. And I will say, the graphics look great. The game looks beautiful. And the gameplay as well. It looks like Starfox 64 type gameplay. And I'm excited for that because I really enjoyed Star Fox 64. It looks like this is going to be a remake. But it looks so good. Everything is it looks modern. Finally, right? Finally a good modern Star Fox game. On the Switch too, nonetheless. It's super exciting. But my one gripe, and I think I'm not alone on this, is these character redesigns are iffy, to say the least. I'm gonna say more though. So Fox, I'm gonna say this. Peppy and Fox look good. I like their designs. They didn't change too much. I think that they look good, even in this very realistic, hyper realistic Fox, and all these animals look like, oh yeah, that's a real friggin' animal in front of me, not some stylized cartoon say Smash or just any of the other games really. Maybe a little bit closer to Star Fox Assault, where they went a little bit more, oh yeah, here's some realistic looking versions of the characters. But then you get to Falco and Slippy, and I'm gonna say I don't like them. I don't think that they look very appealing. Something about Falco just he looks too real bird, birds moving like humans can work. I feel like I would have enjoyed a design more akin to his Smash Bros. Design. But maybe just altered a little bit to more fit this kind of world that they're building. I think the overall design just would have been better if it was okay, turn the Smash Bros. Falco design and make it like hyper realistic like they did with all the other characters. And then I would have loved it. It would have been freaking awesome. But we have this, and he's kind of ugly, and for being a Falco main in Smash Bros, kind of did my boy dirty, and I'm a little upset about it, but it is what it is. The game, because I'm gonna be playing this game either way. Something like that doesn't bother me enough to warrant just not picking up the game at all. And then Slippy. Slippy looks so wet, and I think that's good because it's a frog, so that makes sense. But he's missing that like cartoon, like his eyes. I think it's the eyes, and like they give him a more prominent like looking nose, and he looks just not very. He doesn't look approachable. Like I liked he was cute. I liked how cute he was in 64. Yeah, this one not so much. It feels like almost a different kind of frog. Like it looks like a different species of frog. And I'm not really vibing with it, to be honest, but you know, everything else about the game looks so good, and I'm pretty excited about it. I don't think I'll be touching any of these like mouse controls or anything. I'm playing it just like it's 64. But yeah, so about it being a remake of 64 is what I'm seeing. What I think I'm recognizing that's the case. I feel like some people would argue that it would have been a much better decision to go with something like a brand new game, instead of trying to like just another remake, right? Like what so we had 64 and then 64 3D, I believe, on the 3DS. And that was the last time we've seen 64. But then they tried to reboot the series with Starfox Zero, and I have not heard very good things about Starfox Zero, so they didn't do great on that front. But this feels like they're trying to reboot the series once more with a 64 remake. I think some people would rather us just move on. I think I'm pro Star Fox 64 remake in this high fidelity time period that we're in when it comes to these modern Nintendo games. And then if this does well, we get to see we'll get to see more. And if you like Star Fox, then I think just seeing more, you should just be excited about either way, even if it's not exactly what you're looking for. Unless it's something like an adventure game, then I could understand that sentiment. I think it looks good. I'm buying it. I wonder how much it's gonna be. I wonder if this is gonna be like if it's gonna be as short as Star Fox 64, then I could definitely see it being more of a budget title. Maybe like 50, 40 at the least, but I don't see it being 40. I'm thinking maybe like Splatoon Raiders type of thing, like 50 digital, 60 physical. I'd be fine with paying 60 physical for this game. Oh, and the online stuff looks interesting. I don't know how much I'll be touching the online. I think I definitely will dip my toe in it, but you know, I definitely see myself more just replaying the main story of the game. Speaking of the main story, I think that just having more cutscenes, more dialogue between the characters, just focusing on that is just gonna make what Star Fox is like, and then just enhance it even more with more story. And I want to see more James McCloud. I love that they showed us that like little snippet of cutscenes, or of a cutscene with James and Pigma and Pepe. So anyway, overall thoughts, I think it looks good. Character designs, not so much, but it doesn't bother me enough to not wanna play. I will be playing it, and I will be enjoying it. Who knows, I might make a video. Now, very last thing I want to say is just, if this game feels as good to play as Star Fox 64 did, then it'll be a home run. Because if it's 64, more cutscenes, just as smooth a gameplay, higher graphic or better graphics, then I think we're golden. I think that's all I have to say. Bye.